used and pilloried by those punters at Fontwell.
The race John had selected was the 2 o'clock at Fontwell last Tuesday, and the horse he'd gone for was Medoc, trained by Tim Forster at Wantage and ridden by Steve Smith-Eccles. We arrived at the course in plenty of time, and shortly before 2 p.m, as Medoc and the other 5 runners entered the parade ring, I asked John Tyrrel if he was still confident.
Yes, I'm pretty confident. He won a race at Toaster 2 races ago over 3 miles. That's a very testing track, so I think the extra 2.5 furlongs here shouldn't worry him. He's got a bit of a habit of getting out of his ground towards the latter half of his race. That's something to worry, but on the other hand, conditions will suit him, I think, and I think he's going to start at a good price too. At least I hope so, anyway.
Now, of course, there are several other good horses in the race against him, and why, for example, haven't you gone for the top weight Abo, who, after all, has won over the course and distance here?
Yes, he's very much a course specialist. Medoc, of course, has been second on this course twice before, so I'm not too worried about that. Abo is a big danger. I think perhaps he's the kind of horse that only really, wins in his turn. I don't think it's his turn today. And of course, anyway, he's held by Rathleg, strictly on the running at Plumpton last week. So I'm not too worried about either of those two. Monty Python, we know this morning, of course, the weight's now been adjusted, only 11 stone 1. A winner here almost without a penalty, you could say, on last week's running here last Tuesday. That's a big danger. That's the one I'm really worried about, I'd say. Rajmataj and Tight Schedule, I think they're out of it, quite honestly.
A little bit of rain about as we're talking. Is that going to affect Medoc?
No, he likes soft ground. If anything, the more rain, the better.
All right, so you're still confident?
Oh, very, very.
All right, well, we'll see how it goes. On the way down to the start, I asked a couple of racegoers what they were going to back.
I've done Rajmataj.
Why have you done that?
Simply because my staff asked me to put £1 on it, so I put another £1 on as well.
Now, John Tyrrell last night on Southern Television tipped Medoc. He's here today. He's somewhere up in the crowd with his fingers crossed and all his money sitting in the bookie's satchel. Do you think Medoc's got a chance?
It looked a lovely horse when he went down there. If I was betting for money, I'd bet on Medoc.
You think he's a fair price?
Oh, yes, yes. He's a good. It looks a lovely horse.
So, if your staff hadn't instructed you to back Rajmataj,
then I'd bet on Medoc.
And so off they went on their way along the 3-mile, 2.5 furlong course in this handicap chase. And as the race neared its finish, it was between Abo, the local horse, and Medoc, who tracked him all the way. And a mistake by Abo 2 fences out, coupled with a driving finish from Steve Smith-Eccles, meant that the race was won by Medoc, with more than 2 lengths to spare. Another triumph for Tyrrell. Well, here's a happy family group who backed the winner. Did you see John Tyrrell's tip last night on television?
No.
You didn't?
I told her about it.
Oh, your dad did? Yeah. You saw it last night, did you, sir? Yeah. And did you then reckon that it was a good bet as you were going to be here at Fontwell?
Well, I reckon it'd be a good bet for one. Yeah, for her to do, certainly. I didn't do it myself.
Can I ask you how much she put on it?
50 pence.
50 pence, and
Win.
she did it for the win?
Yeah.
So how much did she get back?
£1 and 5p, wasn't it? Yeah, £1 and 5p.
Very good. Have you followed John Tyrrell's selections before on Southsport?
Occasionally, yes.
Because in fact he is showing a profit on the season now.
Yeah, he's had some big wins, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. And you'll presumably carry on now,
I think so.
Well, John, congratulations. Fantastic. I mean, he won by, what, 2.5 lengths, 5-2 joint favourite?
Not bad, not bad. I'm really quite pleased, actually. We were a bit lucky, though, because Avo did make a big mistake, I think, 2 out. He was about 4 lengths up at the time, and although we were gaining on him, he made a mistake because he was tired, Avo, of course. I think perhaps he was running pretty close anyway, but I think that clinched it. I had no doubt from that point onwards we were going to win.
I want to ask you a leading question now. Did you back him?
No. As you know, I've got a superstition. I very rarely back my own tips. They've got enough to do to win without carrying my money as well.
Well, are you going to buy me a glass of champagne or something to celebrate?
Oh, certainly, yes. And all the boys as well, I hope.
All right, John. Well, great. It's been a tremendous triumph for you, I think. I mean, you're obviously now in profit also on the season, aren't you? Because I think you were before.
We were about 7.5 up at one stage, of course. We had a little bad run during December, but I think this makes it about +5. So we're still in front and playing with the bookies' money.
So Medoc has done very well for you. Let's go and have a drink.
Indeed.
I wonder if he did buy him one. So victory then for Tyrrell's midweek winner Medoc and his Saturday special, Westminster Abbey, by the way, an each-way bet was third at 4-1. Well, this week's midweek winner is Tough Nut Prince. That's a win bet in the 145 at Leicester.